Have you ever felt suffocated by your own breath? It's a chilling reality. What if I told you that breath awareness, often hailed as a miraculous remedy, could actually lead you into a dangerous trap? Imagine this: you are at a gathering, surrounded by friends, yet you feel utterly disconnected. Someone suggests breath exercises to ground yourself. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and take a deep and nothing changes. That's your first warning sign. The belief that breathwork can magically fix emotional struggles is pervasive, echoing across social media and wellness circles. But this mindset could plunge you deeper into emotional chaos. Consider a heated argument. Instead of expressing your frustration, you tell yourself to breathe, distracting from the real emotion. Sound familiar? This kind of avoidance may offer fleeting relief, but it's a perilous game. What happens when you ignore your feelings? They don't vanish, they fester beneath the surface, waiting to explode. You might think you are managing your emotions, but you're merely pushing them aside. The more you rely on breath awareness alone, the greater the risk of feeling overwhelmed later. Remember that anxious moment before an important meeting. You took a few breaths, centered yourself, and walked in confidently. But what if you were just masking your true feelings? That's the trap many fall into. As tension escalates, it's easy to overlook these warning signs. You might think, it's just breath work. What harm could it do? However, each time you suppress your emotions, you deepen your disconnect from yourself. The irony: the very tool meant to help you can become a barrier to true emotional understanding. It's time to question the narrative. Are we genuinely becoming more aware, or are we just layering on denial? Instead of solely focusing on your breath, consider allowing yourself to truly feel. What stories do your emotions tell you? This is where real growth occurs. Next time you reach for breathwork, pause. Ask yourself, am I fleeing from my feelings, or am I truly embracing them? The stakes are high. Don't let breath awareness blind you to the deeper truth within. Blay you to the deeper, higher, bria, the zoi, the z, the trees, views, and reflect on your relationship with your emotions. What might you uncover? If you found this insight helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might be grappling with the same misconceptions. Let's break the cycle together. Have you ever felt like you were struggling to breathe, almost as if you were drowning in your own breath? It may sound dramatic, but for many, this is a daily reality. Interestingly, it's not just about the physical act of breathing. There's a deeper, often overlooked aspect of breath awareness that we need to discuss. Imagine this: you are in a crowded room, surrounded by a dull hum of conversations. You try to focus on your breathing, hoping it will ground you. But instead, that focus amplifies every worry and nagging thought in your mind. Rather than finding calm, you end up feeling even more anxious, all while thinking you are doing the right thing. Here's the twist: many people don't realize that breath awareness is the magical solution for stress. It can sometimes mask deeper issues lurking beneath the surface. What if relying solely on your breath leads to more emotional confusion instead of clarity? You've probably heard countless influencers touting the power of breathwork, promising calm and control. But what if, in your quest for peace, you're actually diving deeper into the storm? It's a common misconception that breath awareness alone leads to emotional intelligence. Let's make this real. Picture yourself in a challenging work meeting. Your palms start to sweat, and you remind yourself to breathe. But instead of finding that calm you seek, your mind races, and soon you're spiraling into panic. You're not alone. Many have experienced this, thinking they found the key to calmness, only to stumble upon another trapdoor to anxiety. The tension builds. What if breath awareness is just a temporary fix for a much deeper issue? You might feel a brief sense of relief, but what about that lingering uncertainty? Believing that breath alone can solve everything is a dangerous misconception. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Instead of just focusing on your breath, consider combining it with self-reflection and emotional honesty. Ask yourself the tough questions: what triggers your stress? What emotions are you really feeling? It's not about dismissing breath awareness altogether, it's about recognizing its limitations. When you pair breath work with deeper self-exploration, it can become a valuable tool rather than a crutch. As these thoughts settle in, take a moment to reflect. Can breath awareness coexist with genuine emotional understanding? The answer might just change how you approach your mental health journey. So, the next time you reach for breathe as a quick fix, pause for a moment. Dive deeper. Your emotional landscape deserves more than just surface-level solutions. If you're ready to uncover this hidden truth, consider taking that leap. Your mind will thank you for it. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, thinking that just focusing on your breath would magically make everything better? What if I told you that this common belief might actually be misleading? In a world that celebrates emotional intelligence as the key to happiness and success, many people turn to breath awareness as a supposed cure-all. But what if it's not the solution we think it is? What if it's a dangerous misconception? Picture this: you're in a quiet room, eyes closed, taking deep breaths, yet anxiety still lingers. You hear others say, "just breathe," but the more you try, the more frustrated you become. You're not alone in this struggle, and there's a reason for it. Breath awareness is often marketed as a universal fix. It sounds great, right? Just a few deep breaths, and your worries should vanish. But here's the catch: it can create a false sense of security. You might think you're tackling deeper emotional issues, but is that really happening? Consider a friend who relies on breathwork whenever stress hits. They seem calm on the outside, but inside, they're grappling with unresolved fears and insecurities. It's like putting a band-aid on a wound without treating the infection underneath. While breath awareness can offer temporary relief, it does address the root causes of emotional turmoil. It's an enticing trap, leading you to believe that simply breathing can solve everything. Leading you to believe that there's solve everything. And then they be a real be real But what happens when your breath dose bring the relief you are seeking? Let's take a moment to reflect on those times you've tried to breathe through anxiety. Did you notice how, instead of feeling better, You became more aware of the tension in your body. It's almost as if focusing on your breath intensified your discomfort rather than easing it. Here's where it gets crucial. The real danger lies in overlooking the deeper emotional work that needs to be done, It's easy to think breath awareness is enough, but without confronting underlying issues like past trauma or unexpressed feelings, you might find yourself stuck in a cycle of frustration. So, what's the solution? It's not as simple as just taking a few deep breaths. True emotional intelligence requires a multifaceted approach, involving self-reflection, honest conversation,